Conversation skills are one of the most important skills you can obtain. They help you with your personal life, your relationships, and your professional working career. I have built 4 key ingredients for conversation mastery. If you can nail one of them, you'll be winning, but all 4, you'll be humming. Stick around. The magic 4 ingredients of conversations. Let's go. Ingredient 1, extending your listening bubble. One of the most important ingredients you can bring to a conversation is active listening skills. When you really are extending your listening bubble, you're extending past just the words that you hear. You're extending into an understanding around the thoughts and the feelings around what people are truly saying. Also, if you ever find yourself in conflict with someone, active listening is such a strong tool to use in terms of getting a positive outcome. It allows the party to feel heard and valued, which is critical in terms of de-escalation of the situation, and it builds that stronger connection again. In terms of the how, try giving your full attention to that person. Put away your phone or any other devices or distractions that could take away from what this person's actively saying to you. Practice being patient. Some people will take a while to express themselves, so be patient and give them the time they need to communicate what's going on for them. The big one for me when actively listening is listen to understand rather than listening in order to respond. Rather than focusing on what you're going to say next, focus on actually taking on what that person's sharing with you. When they extend themselves out to you, then really listen to understand what is going on for them and their point of view. It's really powerful. Ingredient 2, assuming best intentions. Often during a conversation, we'll be faced with a choice. These little choices pop up when we're wondering about people's intentions. Do they mean the right thing? Are they possibly lying? Do they have bad intentions behind what they're thinking or saying? But when it comes down to it, you never know. And until you do, it's always best to assume best intentions, because when you don't, you can go down a real slippery slide with a person. You can create barriers in terms of their intentions, what they're thinking, what they're meaning, and the meaning behind the words. So when in doubt, assume best intentions until you're proven otherwise. Now, for a quick intermission and a check up on your progress with becoming a conversation master. In terms of conversation mastery, I've mapped out 4 steps. You're currently doing the second step. My question is, have you done the first step? If you have, you would have uncovered your self-awareness bubble, and you've unlocked your self-awareness and you've tuned into yourself. Now, back to step 2 and having the right ingredients. Let's continue. Ingredient 3, we are conversationally curious. How many times have you walked away from a conversation and thought, damn it, why didn't I drill down a little bit deeper into that conversation? They may offer you something conversational yet surface layer, and it's that follow-up question that we're generally a little bit too scared and hesitant to ask. It takes a little bit of digging to really understand what someone's talking about, because quite often what they want to say and what they're trying to say is just behind the words they're choosing to use. Whilst we talked earlier about assuming best intentions with our audience, being conversationally curious is a great way to gain clarity over people's intentions. Sometimes simple questions like, what did you mean by that? Or tell me more about that? Or help me to understand when you said X, Y, and Z. So sometimes it's that little follow-up question, the right one at the right time. Be brave enough to ask a question or two, and you'll be amazed at what conversational depths you get into. Ingredient 4, being an empathetic human. When you're communicating on an empathetic layer, you're really moving past the words that you are using to converse. You're really communicating and connecting on an emotional and a feelings level. The need to demonstrate empathy can be revealed when the other party is expressing some really strong emotions. They might even be sharing some really personal and detailed struggles they're facing, or they may even just require some understanding and just be in a state of confusion. These are times when you know empathy is probably required right now. When you take the time to understand and acknowledge that person's feelings, you create a deeper connection with their perspective, and ultimately you create a deeper connection with that person. There's a reason why active listening is ingredient 1. When it comes to applying empathy, active listening is really helpful. Actively listen to what they're deep and meaningfully saying to you. Listening and judgment are not friends, so when you actively listen, avoid judging. Also show genuine interest in what they're saying to you. What they really need from you in those moments is an acknowledgement of their emotional state. And ideally, if you want to offer some support, that's always very helpful. What they really want from you in that time is connection, to feel heard and to be understood. On your journey to conversation mastery, don't forget about the emotional layer of the conversation as well, because that's where the magic happens. In terms of your audience, imagine that you are a good listener, actively listening to more than just the words they express to you, and they feel that you hear what they say. Imagine that you assume the best in them, and they walk away feeling that they were not judged by you. Also imagine if they were wanting to share something with you, didn't know how, might have been cautious and scared, but you asked a couple of curious questions and uncovered something that they really benefited from conversing with you about. Imagine how they would feel if, when that happened, you were empathetic and you were warm and open to what they were saying, and they walked away feeling heard and understood by you. Well, in my opinion, that would be you moving towards conversation mastery, and it's in you. And wouldn't that be cool? In the next video, we're going to talk about elevating those skills into a planning model as well. So how do I bring a little bit of structure to conversations I might have some hesitations or fears around? Good luck with your conversation mastery. I'll see you around.